Morning, LinkedIn and YouTube. Very excited to be live today because I have a really helpful tip for you guys to be able to create a presentation in just under 10 minutes. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because a lot of my clients, this is something that they need help with, and I figured, you know what? I do this all the time, and I can teach you guys some things that I do that has really helped me put together a presentation all in under 15 minutes. So we are going to get started very soon, but do say hi to me in the chat box. I am going to just open up LinkedIn here to make sure you guys can hear me and see me before I get started. So first of all, if you are someone that is looking to get better at public speaking, you want to get over your fear of public speaking, and this is a problem that you've had for a really long time, then do make sure that you join my masterclass. It's going to be very soon. All you have to do is go to www.speakatwork.com and join me on my next live masterclass. I only have, unfortunately, 100 seats available, so grab yours as soon as you can, and I will see you live as soon as it is ready. And I think we already have 50 spots that are gone. There are only 50 more left. Do join as soon as you can, speakatwork.com. So let's get started today. And the way that we're actually going to do this, and this is my first time doing this, I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to walk you through the exact steps that I take to quickly put together a presentation. And this is going to be for times when, let's say you forgot your presentation slides in your laptop and you left your laptop somewhere, you're on your way to a presentation or you're on your way to work. This is really for kind of those emergency situations, or if you're like me, you've left everything for last minute and now you have a presentation coming up and you've got to put together something very quickly. So that's what this is for. And to be honest, it works really well. Sometimes I feel like I do even better when I leave things for last minute. I work really well under pressure. So if you are, I see a couple of you guys are asking for the link, just go to my LinkedIn and you guys will be able to sign up for the masterclass. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. And I've tested this out a couple of times, so hopefully it works. But let me know, are you guys able to see me and you can see my screen? Do let me know before I continue so I can make sure that we are doing okay. Wow, we have a lot of people online today. That's amazing. Hi, everyone. If you haven't seen me live before. So you guys can see me, let me know. Somebody let me know. You can see me, you can see my screen, because I want to make sure that everything is good. Okay, looks good. So the first thing you're going to do, if you have a presentation that you need to put together, you're going to go to canva.com, canva.com, okay? When I tell you this is the #1 website that I use, it's an understatement. I do everything here, everything from all of my presentation slides to, as you can see right here, the live templates that I create, that I do everything on here. I create my invoices on here. This is a powerhouse. Canva is literally Photoshop for dummies, and I am a dummy, right? I can't use Photoshop, so I need things simple and I need to be able to do things quickly. Now, just to let you know, this is not sponsored or anything. I really wish it would be, but this is just me and what I do. So let's get started. And this is what you are going to do. If you have a presentation coming up, you're going to go over to Canva. Okay, you're going to type in presentation templates. Okay. So when you do that, you're going to see so many presentation templates. And by the way, Canva has a free version and a paid version. The paid version, I think it's only $12.99 or something. But I do have the paid version just because I use it so much, but I did go an entire year without using the paid version. Okay, so you don't have to get the paid version. As you can see, there's a bunch of slide decks that we can use that are absolutely free. If there's a little icon here, that little crown, that is typically when you need Pro. So there's a bunch with Pro, but as you can see, there are so many slide decks that you can use, which are absolutely free. Like I really like this one. It's very simple. I would totally use this one. Okay, that's something I can use. So now let's pick out one, and I haven't done this. I haven't prepared this because I wanted you guys to do it with me to show you that it really is possible in under 15 minutes. And the timer hasn't started yet because we just started. So let's say we start now. Let's take a look at this one. So digital marketing. Okay, so let's say we decide to go with that one. And I think I have to change over what screen you guys can see. So let's switch the screen so you can see the right one. All right, so when you click on it, this is what you guys are going to see, okay? The slide decks are going to come up, okay? And let's see how we could, whoops, see the rest. Where are the other ones? Hold on. So let me click on this. Hold on, you guys. What's going on here? So here is one slide deck. I'm not sure why the other ones aren't showing up. Give me 1 second. Let me try to pull it up again. Can you guys see my screen? Let me know. Are you able to see my screen? Let me know if you can see my screen, you guys. Because everything keeps freezing. Of course, this always happens. Can you guys see my screen? Please let me know. I have the chat open. Can you guys just let me know that you can see my screen? I'm having some issues. Of course, this always happens. And this is why I am petrified of doing lives, because I don't know what I'm going to do if things go wrong. Yes, okay, looks like you guys can see my screen. So we are going to continue. All right. Let me fix this, you guys. Sorry. You guys can, there you go. Okay, all right. So let's say that this is the slide deck that we've decided we are going to work on, okay? Digital marketing agency. I like the colors, and colors are extremely, extremely important when you guys are doing slides, just because colors matter, you guys. Colors matter. So let's say we decided, okay, this is what we're gonna go with, right? First of all, you're gonna change the name, okay? So let's say we're gonna call it 3 steps to create a presentation. Okay. Now the great thing is we can customize this, and this is what I love about Canva. And let's say we don't like the colors and we want to change the colors, right? So you click on this color, and these are typically the colors that I use. So I have a color palette that I love using. I'm going to go with this one because that's a color I use, and then I'm going to change this. And then let's change the pink here to something like that. And then lastly, there's this little pink icon here that I also want to change. Let's make it this color. Okay. Now, again, like I said, colors, extremely important when you are doing a presentation. Okay. And the reason why they are important is because colors all have a vibe, right? They all give off this energy. So you want to make sure that you are, it's a color that resonates with you, and it's a color that's going to resonate with your audience. And also, when it comes to colors, you don't want to have more than 3-4 different types of colors. So I have my blue, I have this signature color that I always, and then I've decided to go with black and white. Okay. First slide done, right? Let's say I wanted to change this photo. So what I would do is go into elements. Okay. And then I'm going to type in, let's say, presentation. All right, I have a bunch of stuff here that I feel like I can use. Let me see. How about, I like this one. Okay, so we're going to use this one, and we're just going to drag it and drop it in here. There you go. Presentation slide. First one is done. Let's say we want to move it just a little bit, double tap. There you go. First presentation slide done. And that's usually the one that I think takes the longest. Now let's go back to the templates and we're going to add the second template. So as you can see on the left side, you're going to see all of the templates. This is the table of contents. Okay, we're going to add as a new page. You always, always, always need a table of contents. Your audience should know what you're going to present and what you're going to do next. So same thing we're going to do here. We're going to start by changing up the colors. Let's go with the blue, and then let's go with this one here. Again, these are colors I use all the time. That's why they're showing up on the side. Whoops, blue. Now, table of contents is fine. Now, if you're in a hurry, right, this is something that I like to do. I like to only have 3 things that I'm talking about. So we're going to go ahead and select all of these, and we're going to delete it. We're going to select all of this, bring it down to the middle, and then let's also bring these guys down to the middle as well. Okay, you do not want more than 3 things that you're going to focus on, especially when you are short on time. It's called the rule of 3. Do not make things longer than 3. People remember things better in 3s. Now this color is still obviously not working. Let's change it to black. I'm okay with these colors here, but this pink needs to be changed. So let's change it to this color right here. Okay, perfect. So it's looking good. I still feel like we need to change this one. Let's make this a black. Okay, second slide, ready. So now let's say, what are we going to talk about? Let's say we're going to talk about slide decks. Okay, how to create them. Okay, now let me see, what else can I talk about when it comes to creating presentations? I think colors are important. Okay, so I'm going to use that. What colors to use, a small little description on what we're going to talk about. And then one more thing. Okay, so I'm thinking, what is one more thing that I can add? What is one more thing that I can talk about? And let's say it's going to be the content. What are you actually going to put into your slides, right? So what type of content to use for your slides? There you go. We have the second page ready. So again, first page, second page. And the only reason it's going a little bit longer right now is because I'm explaining to you. Typically when I do this, I'm like, click, 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 done. All right, now let's see. So we have first slide, second slide. Let's see, this is all the options again. Let's say I want to go with this as my new slide, okay, as my third slide. So again, what we're gonna do, first things first, change up the colors. And as you can see, it just should not take you that long. Boom, 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 click, 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 color change there. All right, now we have the right colors. Okay, so the first thing, as you can see in the table of contents, was that we're going to talk about slide decks, right? So I'm going to put that here. I'm going to say where to get slide decks. All right, we're going to open this up. And just to make sure that it fits, I'm going to reduce the size here. So where to get slide decks, and then you have how to edit them. Okay. Going to make this bigger. Everyone with me so far? If you're with me and it's all making sense so far, do let me know in the chat box. I'm going to check the chat real quick, make sure you guys are following along. Yep, looks like everything is good. Okay, so where to get slide decks from? And of course, that's very easy. Use canva.com, free or paid version. Now, this is one mistake that I see a lot of you guys make when you do presentations. You do not want a lot of font on there, right? You should only have a few bullet points and you should be talking more. If you put everything on the slide decks, right, then why is anyone going to look at you? Then they'll say, hey, we have the slides, like we don't really need to look at you, right? Just give me the slides and I'll be on my way. So you don't want to do that. Now, let's say this place here, how to edit them, right? So how are we going to edit the slides? We're going to add the title. Okay, and then another thing we're going to do is add table of contents, table of content. And then the last thing we're going to do is we are going to, let's see how to edit them. We're going to change the colors. And remember, colors, very, very important. All right. So now we have these here. It's going to fix it up. Here's one more thing. If you don't like these icons, right? I think these are fine, but we're going to change them up a little. Okay, this is how you change up the icons. You go into elements, and then let's say presentation. Let's put that in. And then let's go into graphics right here. I like that it gives you a bunch of graphics. I like this one. Okay, so I'm going to delete this guy, and then we're going to move this one over here. But of course, colors need to stand out more. Let's make it either blue, or we can even make it like a dark blue. Okay, there you go. I have one icon. Let's say I want to now change this one. Let's see what else works. So if I slide through, I want it to be something similar to this, just so there is a flow. And here's the other thing. You have to have a flow. Everything has to kind of match, right? You don't want to have one actual picture and then a graphic photo, especially on the same slide. You want to change things up. So let me go through. Let's go back. Usually in the beginning, you'll have exactly what you need, but you just walk right by it. Kind of like this, right? So let's put her in here. It looks like she's, kind of teaching us something. And then there you go, your second slide. So we have your first slide, second slide, third slide, okay? Then now we're gonna talk about colors. So this is going to be our third slide. Let's go back to the templates. Let's create our third slide together now, all right? Let's say we want to use this as our third slide, start as a new page, all right? Now, to me, this is a little bit too much going on, right? First of all, we're gonna change up the colors. So let's go with the blue. And then again, you wanna use the same colors throughout. It has to be very, very cohesive. You have to use the same colors throughout. Let's fix this up, maybe black and, oh. All right, let's change this to black as well. And then we're going to change the pink to the blue that I always use, blue, blue, blue. And then last thing here, it's this pink here. I'm going to change it to this one. Actually, let's do black. I think black here looks good. And that's why you always want to use black and white and then add 2 to 3 other colors when you're picking your color scheme. Okay, and then I'm going to let you guys know that in here as well. Black, black, black. Okay, so this slide is going to be about colors. Right? And like I said, colors are very important. Your slides have to be cohesive. You can't have blue and black on one slide and then like pink on the other slide, right? Unless if you have that color combination going all throughout the entire thing. So colors, subheading. I don't think we need a subheading for this. We're going to take this out, okay? So what I'm going to do here is we're going to put down 3 points. So the first point is choose 4 to 5 colors. Black and white should always be in the mix, okay? I'm gonna copy, paste this, that's 1 point. Let's see, second point is to make everything flow, okay? There you go, that's the second slide. And then we're gonna copy, paste here. Third point that I want to make sure everybody follows. So we have the colors, we have to make sure everything flows. And then you also want to make sure that there isn't too much going on. So, okay, when it comes to colors, there isn't too much going on. And that just means that we don't want the entire slide to be one color. You should have a majority of your slide be white. Like as you can see, majority of this slide is white, majority of this slide is white, right? So these are the 3 points that I want to make on colors. So, okay, let's make this a little bit bigger. Also, you want to make sure your font is big. Most people cannot understand or see the font if it's too small. So I think this picture is fine. this one I think we need to change. So we're going to come back into elements here, and we're going to write down, let's see what comes up if we write colors. All right, colors. So we're on graphics. Let's go to photos and see what comes up when we say colors. Okay, so I kind of like this idea of colors. Look at this, right? So let's move this right here. There's our colors. And I feel like even this we can maybe change to, let's see. I think I really like this crayon one. Let's bring in this crayons. There you go, right? And I'm just gonna center it right here. All right, so colors, there is our fourth slide. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, we have our first one, second one, third one, fourth one. Let's add in the one after. So what were the things we were talking about? Slide decks, colors, and content. And this is how you wanna start. You wanna first fill in all 3 of the things on your table of content, and then we can go in and add more things depending on how much time you have. Again, time is of the essence, right? And we have been live now for, let me see how long it's been. We've been live for almost 21 minutes, and I think I've spent the first 5 minutes just kind of explaining to you. And let me just check in with you guys. Is everyone still with me here on the chat? Let me know if this is useful so far, and let me know if you have any questions so far. Also, just a reminder, I do have a public speaking live masterclass happening very soon, and that's going to be at www.speakatwork.com. So make sure you join that. Again, www.speakatwork.com. So let's take a couple of questions. Presentation slides, how to start with index, topic, and ending. Okay, we're going to get to that. Everyone is still with me? Great. So let's continue. Now we have the table of contents. We have our first slide deck. We have our second slide deck, which is colors. So one thing that's bothering me, I do want to put in slide decks here somewhere. So we'll do that in just a second. Colors. Let's do the next one. All right. So again, you want to make sure you're following your table of contents. This is going to help you put the slides and everything together. We can always add more slides in between after. Okay. All right. So let's see number 4. I know someone's saying I can only see you on your screen. I see both screen and myself. So you should be able to see both. How to have pictures posted from desktop. Okay, we're gonna do that. Let's do that on the next slide. So now let's do the 4th slide. Okay, and the 4th slide again is gonna be about content. What type of content should you put on there? So I wanna make sure I don't have too much going on. So let's use this one so I can give you guys an example on how to add in photos from your desktop, for example, okay? But of course, first things first, let's change up the colors. We have this here, I'm gonna change it. Ooh, let's make that black. We're gonna make the pink here at this color, boom, boom, boom. See how quick this is, you guys? This is like a lifesaver, seriously. As soon as I have a presentation, I'm like, okay, I know exactly what I need to do. So here we are, let's make this color. And let's change this pink. Again, they all need to flow. The pink is not working. So I'm gonna change the pink into, let's try gray because that's kind of something I use too. Gray, I don't like the gray, we're gonna make it black. All right, black. So this is going to be here. So we're talking about content, right? So let's change this here to content. All right, content is very important, okay? You have to have, but content is great, but this is the thing. People think you have to throw all of your content into the presentation. You do not need to do that. You don't need to put and throw all your content onto the actual presentation because why would people listen to you then? If you've thrown everything that you have into the actual presentation, they don't need to listen to you then, right? All you should really have are the main points that you're going to talk about, okay? So let's say main points. Okay. I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna say we're gonna keep it very, content should be very brief because you're gonna spend most of your time talking and explaining to people. And this is where the public speaking aspect comes in. This is where your body language and all of that stuff comes in. And again, remember, power of 3, you wanna throw in 3 things at least, right? So content, we're gonna talk about the main point, brief, and we're going to throw in examples, and you're going to see examples are actually very, very important. Now, again, font needs to be bigger. So let's go with 38 font for everything. 38, one more here. 38, okay? So one of you guys were asking, how do I bring in a photo from my desktop? So very easy to do. You just go here to uploads, and you guys are going to see I already have some photos in here that I've uploaded. So let's say I want to put in a photo of myself, okay? Here. So all you have to do is you go to upload media, okay? You're going to upload the media. I'm not sure if you guys can see a pop-up, but a little pop-up will come up where you can select your photo. You select the photo, and then it's going to be dropped down here. Okay, let's say I want to use this photo. Okay, so here's my photo, and then I'm going to just drop it in here. And we need to adjust this a little bit, bring it to the middle. There you go. Okay, so there is one photo, and then let's say we want to change this one too. Currently, I only have photos of myself in here, as you guys can see. Let's go with, we'll go with this one. Okay, so we're gonna drop that in here. And again, you wanna fix the photo here, okay? So content, and this is, again, I'm just giving you guys an option of how to bring in the photos. This doesn't necessarily go, right? If I'm talking about content, main point, I would probably use a different type of photo. But let's take out these stars because this is a testimonial file and we don't really want to use testimonials for this. So content. Okay, let's say we're going to say here the main point. So you can use this as an example. Since we're saying we want to put in content, you have to have the main points, brief, and example. So let's say the content can be an example of slides, okay, which is what I'm showing you guys here today. And again, my presentation today is on the 3 steps to create a presentation, right? And the 3 steps are slide decks, colors, content. So let's go back here to our, oh, make sure you just move it. All right, and again, you can do that down here, right? If you feel like if you opened up a new slide and it was in the middle, you can move it down. So example of slides, okay? So it's very important to show an example of what you mean so people have a better idea of, whoops, of how it all comes together, okay? So that's an example. And then we're going to say here, let's see, main point. Slides are important. Now, slides should just be complementing what you are saying, right? They should not be taking over. Everything that you're going to talk about should not be in your slides. Again, this is just kind of a complementary thing that you are going to do, okay? It's nice to have slides so that the attention isn't on you for the entire time. And of course, let me just change this. The purple is bothering me. There you go. So examples of slides, and then slides are important. So I'm going to write down what I just said to you guys. Slides should be complementary, right? They should not be your entire presentation. There you go. We are done 5 slides now. Let's put in an ending slide, okay? We're gonna have one more slide. So you have a thank you slide. Last one is your thank you slide. Let's add in colors, and I'm gonna show you what else you guys need to do because this is not it. It all, again, depends on how much time you have, right? But let's do the thank you slide. You have to have an outro slide, a thank you slide, something, right? Do not just end your presentation on, okay, thank you. I didn't create a last slide for this, but you have to have your presentation slide in the end. Let's see. Let's change this color. I think these colors are fine. So thank you. And then this is where you're going to put your information, how people can contact you. contact you, etc. Okay, so your email account, your LinkedIn and whatnot. So now this here, right, if I'm not explaining to you guys what I'm doing, it should not take me more than 7 minutes to do, right? So I have my first slide, second slide, third slide, fourth slide, fifth slide, sixth slide. You need at least 6 slides, at least, okay? Depending on how much time you have, you can add in some more. And the 6 most important slides is, of course, your first one, which is going to be your presentation slide with your title. The second one, which is the table of contents, so people know exactly what to expect when they're watching your presentation. Number 3, you're going to get into your actual presentation. So this is the slide deck presentation. This is the color deck presentation. And then this is, let's say, the content presentation, right? And then your last one is going to be this. Now, if you have more time, and again, this should not take you more than 7 minutes to do because everything is already in there for you. You're just going in, changing the colors, adding in a photo, taking out a few things, right? All you need to do at this point now is, if you have more time, you add in 1 slide after each title. So after your slide deck, you should have 1 slide in here. And then after your colors, you should have a slide in here after number 4. And then after number 5, you should have 1 more slide. Okay, this is, again, if you have the time. And this is where you can give specific examples. You can give statistics. The more examples, statistics, and stories you can tell, the better your presentation will be in general. So make sure you are doing that, okay? So let me take any questions that you guys have and see if I can show you. All right, so any questions that you have, please let me know. Can you show all slides again? Okay, yeah, so I think I've showed you guys the slides. Again, this is slide number 1, slide number 2, slide number 3, slide number 4, slide number 5, and slide number 6. Any other questions you guys have? So if I told you right now, hey, you have 15 minutes to put together a presentation, do you think you'll be able to do it now? And of course, I've had a little bit of practice, and the more you practice, the better you'll get at it. But this is the easiest and simplest way to put together your slides in under 15 minutes. Will this stream have a replay available? Yes. So if you go onto my profile, as soon as I'm done, all of my lives do have a replay available. So you should be able to watch everything if you've missed anything. Okay. Any other questions by you guys? Everyone is saying yes, yes, yes. Awesome. So I'm glad to hear that, you guys. So again, all you really need is canva.com. And if, let's go back to the main page, because I want to show you guys, you don't even have to pay for the Canva version. Okay, you can absolutely use the free one. All right, let me go back and show you guys some of the free options, because I use this for an entire year without paying for anything. So someone's asking, can you download the slides and presentation? Yes, so let me show you. I'm going to show you in just a second, but first let me show you again. So when you put in presentation templates, there are so many free options as well. So anytime there's a little crown, that means you have to be on the pro version. So there's a crown, there's a crown. But when it comes to presentations, the more simple it is, the better. You don't have to have crazy graphics. You don't have to have all of that stuff, especially if it's a last minute thing that you have to put together, right? So let's take a look at one of the free ones, right? Because like I said, you don't necessarily need all of that. Like, I really like this. This one is free, right? If we just add a little bit of color in here, this is going to look great. So this one is absolutely free. Let me open it up and show you guys. And I believe I'm going to have to switch over my screen. So let's take a look at the basic black and white presentation. So essential things to do before every presentation, right? This is, again, very simple. You could just use this one. All I would do is change up the colors, right? Let's go here, maybe change it to this, make this color here. I might need to make it a little bit bigger just so it's more visible, but this is still perfectly fine to use. You don't always have to have like a big, you don't always have to have all these graphics and anything. Also, if you go into layouts, right, like here are the ideas. Now, even the second one, if I add this one in, right, again, all I have to do is change up the colors and I can still use it. right? So I think one of you guys was asking, how do you share this or how do you present it? Now, the cool thing with Canva is in presentations is that you can go ahead and present on here. So if you see up here, it says present. So if you click it, it's going to open up the slides. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it on my screen, so I'm not going to click it. But if you present, it's just like Keynote and it's just like PowerPoint presentations. You just hit the space button and you'll be able to present. That's one thing. The other cool thing is, once you're done your presentation slides, you can go into share and you can download them to your PDF. How cool is that, right? You can also download it to Keynote, but it is a little bit finicky when it comes to Keynote just because some of the fonts aren't used and stuff like that. But in the past, I have downloaded it onto Keynote, fixed a few things, and I was ready to go. So I think you just go into download, but you go into more. So you go into share, you go into more, and if you scroll down, you should see an option here that says Microsoft PowerPoint. So once you open up on Microsoft, download it as Microsoft PowerPoint, you should be able to do both. You should be able to open this up on your Keynote presentation or on your PowerPoint presentation. When you download it, you just have to right click and open with Keynote if you're using a MacBook, okay? So that's how easy it is to download it. I personally would not present it on Canva just because I like the idea of having a Keynote. I think there's more control features when it comes to Keynote, but Canva is constantly adding things, and I wouldn't be surprised if in the next few months you're able to do it the exact same way on here. So any other questions? Let me see what questions you guys have. I feel like I can do a cool speaking presentation. Can you download the slides? Yes, you can. Hi, that's interesting, from India. I'm missing the session. So this session will be on my LinkedIn and you guys should be able to watch it. So that's it, you guys. That's really how simple it is to create a presentation in under 15 minutes, okay? If you found this helpful and if you found like this was something that you're going to do in the future, I am very, very glad to see that I was able to help you. Let me stop sharing my screen. Now, just a quick reminder one more time, if you are interested in overcoming your fear of presenting, if you're interested in learning how to do all of these things that I'm talking about right now, especially what to say and how to say it, then do join me on my next live masterclass, which is going to be speakatwork.com, www.speakatwork.com. Make sure you guys join me there. And I'm very excited because I have lots of great things for you guys. And if you have any questions, do let me know in the chat box. I do like to go back after and try to respond to as many of you as I possibly can. So I do have to get going. I have a coaching call that I need to do now, but thank you so much for watching. And I hope this was helpful. I'm really looking forward to doing more things like this for you guys. Again, I'm very new to this, presenting online on live on LinkedIn. I always get weird issues, but I'm working through it. So just be a little bit patient with me. I promise you we're going to get better and better. And I promise to bring you guys amazing things as we continue. If you have certain things that you want to learn, let me know. Send me a DM. I have so many of you guys that send me DMs, which I absolutely love. Thank you, Maureen, for posting speakatwork.com. For some reason, when I post everything right now, it only goes to YouTube. And I know most of you guys are watching me from LinkedIn. But I hope this was helpful. And I will see you guys next time. If you've missed this session, go onto my profile. You should be able to watch everything from the beginning. Thank you so much, and I'll see you later. Bye.